you should never meditate in silence as a practice, and I have a story to tell you exactly why. I think you'd be really interested in the answer. Hi, I'm Kelly from spiritualawakeningsigns.com, your guide to the spiritual awakening process. So, into the story. Well, I used to meditate. I used to meditate a lot. I used to always meditate in silence. And then a number of years ago, I went to do energy healing training. And on this energy healing training, we were constantly being taken into a theta brainwave, which is really that state that is responsible for higher spiritual connection, lots of psychic information. It allows you to tune into a creator, to your guides, to other people. It's fantastic. So I was learning this technique, and as we learned this technique, what I noticed was that every time the teacher would guide us to connect in, if we were working with someone else, she would say, connect in now, and we would begin to tune in, try and get really calm in that meditative state. And just when you were about to start working and you'd reached that lovely meditative state, she would put music on every single time. And it used to really frustrate me. I found it really difficult because you're sitting there and you're trying to be present for someone else, you're trying to do the work, and it's like, I can't focus on this. It was really, really difficult. And I remember speaking to the teacher and saying, do you think you could maybe turn the music down, or could you possibly put the music off? Like, I'm really struggling to concentrate. And some other classmates were feeling the same way, and she said no. She just said no. She said, it's really frustrating and it will frustrate you right now and you'll hate me for it. She said, but in future you'll be so glad you did, because if you learn how to access these meditative states when there is noise going on, and the conditions aren't perfect, you'll find that you can always get to that state no matter what. So you can treat someone in an emergency, you can tune in and calm yourself down when things are totally crazy all around you. You can really be that centered presence for someone else and that centered energy within yourself. And at the time I still found it really frustrating, but I got used to it. And then as time went on, what I found was that now I can access that theta brainwave literally while I'm speaking, while I'm performing my work. If there's noise going on, you guys have heard some of the videos, you can hear traffic, you can hear people. The conditions aren't always perfect to meditate, to access that spiritual part of yourself. And if you only ever learn how to do meditation in silence, you're going to find that you just can't focus. It makes it so much more difficult. So even if you've been meditating for years, I would encourage you now to try meditating more often with maybe some music in the background, or even in a noisier environment. You know, quite often we try to make everything perfect to be able to do it. It's best not to do that. You find actually people who live in really busy cities are great at doing this, because whenever they meditate, they can hear people through the wall, they can hear traffic outside, they can hear construction going on, and they have to find a way to meditate anyway. It's the best way to do it, and it means that you can find a way to be more spiritually connected as you go about your daily life, rather than only the time when you have to make the environment perfect and switch off your phone and make everything really quiet. So please try it, and do let me know below if you have meditated before, if you meditate in silence, have you meditated with music on. You know, tell me about what's going on for you, but I guarantee that if you do that, your spiritual connection will be so much stronger and so much more resilient in the crazy world that we're living in. So give it a try. I hope you've enjoyed this video and subscribe to the channel.